Alright guys, happy almost 4th of July weekend. I figured I'd give you guys a pretty in-depth walk around on the Ferrari bike now that it's almost complete. And there were a lot of questions on the last progress post that I posted, so give you guys a little walk around on this project. And first question was, how did you get this thing to 550 pounds with a car engine in it? Well, for starters, this engine, without any of the stuff on it, like no flywheel or anything, weighed 237 pounds. And the next step was not actually having a frame on the bike. Everything is bolted to the transmission, then straight to the engine, and even the fuel tank is a structural subframe. It's a dry sump motor, so there's oil up top, and there's not a whole lot of space that was not used. The only actual piece of frame on the bike was this part that's mounted to the front that holds the front end. A lot of people are asking about the heat. This actually does not produce a whole lot of heat because it doesn't retain any of it. Remember, this thing was in a 3,500 pound car in an engine bay, with air conditioners and catalytic converters, so it doesn't retain much heat, but it does have a ducted radiator underneath the bike here that has 4 electric fans in it, all controlled by the computer. And so the wiring hasn't been wrapped up yet because it's still in the test phase right now, but this runs an MS3 Pro, basically a blank ECU, and you do your own thing with it. So it runs an alpha N setup, which is really good for these individual throttle bodies and on a Revy engine. It's basically like running flat slide carbs versus CV carbs. Next up is some of the parts. Everything on the bike was made from scratch. So intake manifolds, that's actually a flywheel there. This is your transmission to engine shafts. Trying all different types of metal. Some failed, but we came up with a good one. Bodywork. This was all made from scratch. You got the molds here. Another big weight reducer. It was a pain in the ass making all this stuff, but at the end of the day, this entire thing weighs like 3 pounds, and a lot of other parts there. Still a lot to go, but I'm actually having the windshield made right now, and I'm looking forward to riding this thing with actual bodywork on it. So yes, it does run. It runs great, and it's actually not too wild to ride until you open the throttle. But anyway, happy 4th of July weekend. More soon.